Nerdstrodamus is proud to present.
We are going to be following a pair of Pokemon Go adventurers as they emerge from their basement.
In the world of Pokemon.
They can coexist both in the dark and in the light, but never too much in either.
The first thing to notice about the Pokemon Adventurer is the Pokemon Adventurer stances.
The Pokemon Go adventure has 3 common stances. The first one being the hunch. Notice its posture as it keeps its face firmly planted, directed at its device.
Next is, there's something nearby. Watch as the Pokemon Master looks around in different directions, even though there is no directional capabilities in the Pokemon game to let you know where they actually are.
And the third stance is trying to log back onto the servers. Notice how the Pokemon Go adventurer looks angry and is furiously tapping on the screen, closing the application and reloading it in hopes that something will change and they'll be able to log back on.
Next, we will talk about the natural predators of the Pokemon Master.
The Pokemon Go adventure has a few natural predators, one of them in the wild being automobiles. Go adventurers are so focused on the hunt for the Pokemon that they neglect their surroundings, and cars are everywhere. If they're not careful, the car has its time to strike.
The Pokemon Go adventurer is so focused on finding digital, fake creatures that they are not aware that there are actual real creatures around.
Which leads us to the second predator, actual animals.
Next, the Pokemon adventurer will have to capture and nurture their Pokemon.
This is why he leaves the comfort of the darkness within his abode to go out into the nature, the Pokemon themselves. The Pokemon Go adventure wanders around, staring at this device, waiting for digital monsters to pop up and capture. Because the more monsters they have, the higher their status.
And the more they can brag on Reddit and Facebook.
The second thing to keep in mind with what the Pokemon Go adventure is trying to accomplish are the eggs. There are places around the world where a Pokemon Go adventurer may obtain an egg.
But there are even more numerous places that they can nurture and hatch an egg. Every step they take is counted towards their total, and what do we see here?
Why, this Pokemon Go adventure is hatching an egg right before us. Let's see what happens.
So much excitement.
So much excitement. Next, because the Pokemon Go adventure does so much traveling, we need to talk about territory.
See the Pokemon Master travel in a downtown area, the woods, random streets.
But keep in mind that the Pokemon Go adventure is so fixated on the digital world that sometimes they neglect
to notice that this territory may already be taken.
Better run, boys. Looks like you're not welcome there. Territory in-game is very important to the Pokemon Go adventure.
They will see a gym of an opposing team, and they will drive many, many minutes just to get a glimpse of what might be there and test their mettle and see if they can oust whatever horrible, tyrannous creatures might be occupying it at that particular time.
Which brings up another small point. Team affiliations in Pokemon Go are very, very important. These arbitrary colors and names bring about a very strong sense of pride in the Pokemon Go adventure, leaving them to fight with other human beings who, even if they are all on the same adventure, they will argue over nothing.
Yellows are mellows, blues are cools, reds are deads.
We're talking about you, Team Valor. Talking about the gyms brings us to our final point with the Pokemon Go adventure, and that is battling.
There are 3 stages to every Pokemon adventurer's first battle.
There is the flick,
Watch the dexterous fingers go.
followed by the poke, no pun intended.
And finally, inevitably, there is disappointment.
Notice how the Pokemon Go adventurer has not succeeded in taking the gym. He has instead failed. Let's watch again as he tries to take it a second time. Once again, there is the flick, the poke, and
The disappointment.
This has been us following this pair of Pokemon Go adventurers in their daily travels.
If you come across these creatures, be wary of their interesting traits.
But also keep in mind that the Pokemon Go adventurer by nature is a friendly creature. In fact, if you see them around, feel free to strike up a conversation. They'll be most friendly and most abiding. We're all here just to play.
Except Team Valor.